the hay is in the barn for the big fellas, so let's get player specific here, beginning with a name that we've heard a lot of throughout the week, Ikem Ekwonu. He could be the first overall pick in this draft. When you look at the numbers, 6'4", 310, arms go 34, goes sub-5 in the 40-yard dash. We already had a high opinion of this guy, Ryan. Did that opinion change at all over these last 24 hours?
Not from what we saw physically, Joe, but we talked to him, and he's an even smarter football player and a much more humble and intelligent young man than I expected. And that goes a long way, too, in the interviews. But you mentioned the measurables, and B-Mac and I were talking about Icky last week about how much we liked him. And the two other things that I keep bringing up and I'm going to bring up throughout the draft process is that he was a state wrestling champ, which makes sense because he's an offensive lineman. But he also was the anchor leg, B-Mac. You probably knew this in the 4x100, his senior season at high school, and he ran it at 285. So everything that's come since then, I can totally see. And I was explaining to him how much I love the way he run blocks. And he's actually a really good pass blocker, and he's doing it without much technique. And he said that's what I need to work on. But his physical tools are such that he can still get by at a high level. And I have very few concerns about Ikem Ekwonu because he is going to only get better. And if you're a team at the top of the draft, hey, Jacksonville Jaguars, who want to protect your franchise quarterback, here's a guy you might want to take and solve a lot of your problems. So nothing changed my opinion of him in certainly a negative way, and I only became more impressed with him after we talked to him, Joe.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Ryan. I think Icky put a stamp of approval of everything that many people thought he would be able to do in tights at the combine. But one thing about Icky, he's a nice guy, but he can instantly hit that switch and turn into the ultimate monster. He has hot tape. When you watch him in pads, he's looking to destroy every defender that's lining up across from him. And you're right, his skill set needs some refinement, and he will get that done at the next level. But when it comes to athleticism, when it comes to heart and the mentality, I love everything about his game. And I believe when you play with your hand in the dirt, it's imperative for you to be nasty within the rules. He has that mentality. I tend to say he has a Quentin Nelson mindset with a tackle ability. I mean, if you look at what Quentin Nelson does when he locks up on defenders, he's putting them through the turf. That's the same mindset that Icky has. He's not a waiter. He's a bouncer. He's throwing you out of the club. Some guys don't mind giving you and serving you drinks. I believe you got to be a bouncer if you're going to be playing with your hand in the dirt, and he has the ultimate bouncer mentality, and I'm right there with Ryan as well. We talked about this on Twitter over a week ago. I think he's the best lineman available in the draft, and if I'm Jacksonville, if I need a tone setter on the offensive line, a guy that's willing to get in a bar fight, regardless if he's right or wrong, go get Icky.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.